I promise I won't take as long as the governor did today. For those who saw that somewhat inspiring speech at times, he spoke a lot about the events that took place with Superstorm Sandy and the devastation to the southern part of our state. You'll have to bear with me just a little bit. I told a couple of council members, if I start to labor in breathing, just have me sit down and I can finish this in a couple of weeks. Just still battling some of the flu that's out there. And before I start this speech and say a few words about last year and the upcoming year, let me echo a serious concern. This is a very strong flu virus. It's a very strong strain. My wife is out in Chicago, and they had closed all Chicago hospitals to new patients due to the flu. So this is something very serious. I've known a number of people that have come down with it. And if you don't feel well, it's important that you contact your doctor or seek medical help within the first 48 hours. They can do a rapid flu test on you and can tell if you have actually the flu. So saying that, good evening. It is a packed house. I know that we are going to be safe if the fire breaks out. We have a lot of firemen and women here. And that's always good to know. It's always a safe feeling, especially when they're town of Morristown, the finest fire department and volunteer department in the state of New Jersey, as far as I go. So let me wish everybody a happy and healthy, prosperous 2013 start. I'm very optimistic that we will have a very good year. To reflect on 2012, I was reminded once again that the vitality and vibrancy of the town of Morristown. Significant private financial investment continued as dozens of new businesses opened, expanded and announced their future intentions to call downtown Morristown their home. New redevelopment projects have also been proposed, and we have continued to receive glowing praise throughout the state of New Jersey as a model of smart growth. Even Snooki and JWoww wanted to be part of Morristown's success. I didn't think it was going to get that much of a laugh, Mike. It was really the business administrator's idea with the JWoww and Snooki. That a little bit more of a laugh. 2012 also brought with another devastating natural disaster. Unfortunately, this seems to be a recurring theme in my reorganization addresses. The magnitude of this disaster will be felt for years to come. Fortunately, we weathered the storm together and fared much better than other parts of the state. Once again, the generosity of our community was inspiring. As I said last year, dealing with these disasters have become a challenge for us all. And I think our government, from police to fire to DPW, responded with professionalism and rose to the occasion. I'm happy to report that as a result of my administration's effort last year to compel the State Board of Public Utilities to hire a special master to investigate the town's central business district, the underground network system, and to make recommendations for safety improvements over the last year, J.C. Pinnell has now invested millions of dollars to replace and upgrade the CBD's electrical infrastructure, and its work will soon be completed. I thank the BPU and the JCPL for their cooperative efforts to making the electrical infrastructure of Morristown's business district safer and more reliable. Evidence of this was quite obvious during the aftermath of Sandy, when thousands flocked to our downtown to eat, seek warmth, and fuel their vehicles because it was one of the very few business districts in the state that had power. My executive budget team is currently working on the 2013 municipal budget. Given the town's debt service, payments, pension obligations, and health care insurance costs are projected to decrease this year. I feel confident that my executive budget will achieve its goal of keeping the town's municipal tax rate stable. Streamlining and restructuring municipal operations will continue this year, as it has since I took office 3 years ago. With the town council's approval last year to consolidate the town's government code enforcement functions into one department, my office has begun the interview process of hiring a director to oversee this new department. I do expect to complete this selection in the very near future, and I am confident this department restructuring will lead to greater operational efficiency and improved service delivery to our community. In keeping with our goals of being a sustainable community, we will move forward with further implementation of the town's community forestry management plan. I will soon be recommending to the council an upcoming meeting that will have the shade tree ordinance and ask that it be approved, and that a shade tree commission be created. Morristown has seen incredible growth over the past few years. But we want to be sure to preserve the qualities that the people of Morristown love about their home, as well as ensure that growth creates new opportunities for a stronger economy and quality of life for everyone. We are a town about people, and making people and businesses and visitors feel safe and welcome. In 2012, a number of new businesses opened and several more expanded. We saw the health shop close, but a new market, Grassroots Natural Market from Denville, opened in its place. Goffin's Hallmark, a Morristown institution that closed in the 1990s, returned to Morristown with a new retail called 23 South. In addition, we approved the CVS on Speedwell Avenue, and Whole Foods announced its desire to open in Morristown in 2014. Panera Bread came to town in 2012, and Transit Village will now occupy Godfather Pizza and Seafood Restaurant, and also the Metropolitan Building on Market Street is now leasing, and businesses are starting to occupy that space. In fact, several businesses expanded their operations in 2012 and will open to bigger locations this year. The Swiss Chalet right down the street, for example. All told, our vacancy rate, which I think is really important, where it shows the partnership between the government, the parking authority, the Morristown Partnership, our vacancy rate is less than 4%. Considering the economic plight of so many downtowns in New Jersey, we are in great shape, and all of this vibrancy in our downtown makes for a stabilized base that benefits all. Take it. Minute break. I promise I won't go on for an hour. Did you watch the speech?
I'm just backing off. You said you had.
No, I'm not. I did go to the doctors. I did not test positive with the rapid flu test, so we're okay up here. But on antibiotics for 5 days. I'm not contagious, but I do hold that stern warning that you take any of these symptoms seriously if you get them early on. Right, Frank?
Yes.
The town has sought to revitalize Speedwell Avenue for over a decade, and we have achieved some major milestones to put these plans into action. An amended Speedwell redevelopment plan was approved by this council in August 2011. Today, the redeveloper has closed on all the Phase 1 properties and will soon be breaking ground on Latitude, which is a 268-unit apartment complex including 26 affordable units. That is estimated to generate approximately $650,000 in tax revenues and hundreds of construction jobs. In addition, the CVS project, Phase 4.1 of the Speedwell Avenue redevelopment project area, is expected to go before the planning board later this month. As well as many in our community are very excited to usher in new commercial development on Speedwell Avenue, which has not happened in over 20 years. With regard to the master plan, the town's planning division, my office, and the Office of Sustainability have worked diligently to secure funding that will allow us to prepare a master plan at a very little cost to the taxpayer. That will guide Morristown's future growth. Through grant writing, the town was able to secure $200,000 in federal and foundation funds. The planning process, which is currently in the data gathering phase, will ultimately give the people of Morristown an unprecedented voice in the future growth of this town. To further my long-standing commitment to open and transparent government, the formal public launch of the public outreach will occur the evening of January 23rd at the Hyatt Hotel, and I really ask all that can make that to come. It's really the beginning process of the public launch for our master plan, and they were kind enough to donate the room, the Hyatt. I encourage and request that you please come and learn more about it. The planning process will unfold in the next coming months, and we want everybody to be involved with their thoughts and ideas. In 2011, my administration worked with the planning board to adopt the town's first ever housing element and fair share plan. Since then, our planning division has been working with the New Jersey Department of Community Affairs to put our housing plan into action. We've got a number of secured and pursue a number of affordable housing units. But what we need to do is we need to be diligent with the state of New Jersey to continue to work forward to work to get our plan approved so that we can start using the money we have in our trust fund to have a public and private partnership to build more affordable housing in the town of Morristown. And I look forward to that battle with the state of New Jersey. Right, Mr. Pawar?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Webster?
Yes, sir.
It's Elnardo Webster, in case you missed him when he came in. All right. Finally, our planning division works cooperatively with the Office of Sustainability, the Arts Council, Neighborhood House, Morristown Partnership, and other partners to prepare a grant to the National Endowment for the Arts, our town program to fund community-based public art and design projects to continue the economic development along the avenue. Stay tuned for more information on Our Town, the program in Morristown's proposal. If you look around the town, you see construction happening. Maple Avenue has near completion of 18 townhomes. Hampshire's new office building, the Mayo Performing Arts Center, our town's cultural center, is expanding. In addition, there are a number of commercial properties underway. Needless to say, we are witnessing significant investment in the midst of a very difficult economy. Morristown is thriving, and all these projects will continue to grow and strengthen our tax base and provide an economic boost to our downtown businesses. Each year I get to mention the wonderful events that really make our town special. To name a few, we have First Night Mars, Morristown Restaurant Week, Mr. Delaney here, Jay, St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Don't forget to approve us.
We have art, okay, good. Art Around the Park, the Grand Fondo for all those cyclists, the Morristown Jazz and Blues Festival, which I hold dear to my heart, which I think is a fabulous event, and the Festival on the Green and the Christmas Festival on the Morristown Green. I commend the efforts of all the organization and individuals involved to making these activities happen in our town. All of the events seem to continue to grow each year as more and more people visit Morristown. We should also point out dozens of wonderful performances throughout the year by the Mayo Center for the Performing Arts. In 2012, the Town of Morristown's Office of Sustainability continues its effort to integrate triple bottom line impacts of both municipal government operations and local quality of life. An online energy auction resulted in a 2-year contract expected to save taxpayers more than $100,000 annually by lowering the town's carbon footprint by purchasing 50% of energy needs from certified renewable sources. The office also continues to champion Morristown Performs, the administration's performance management initiative. It manages the relationships with our Dodge Foundation-funded consultants from FDU's Institute for Sustainable Enterprise and the interdepartmental integration of data collection and new technologies to better measure, access, and improve government operations and budgeting. Try saying that 3 times fast. The office was responsible for the formal incorporation of Sustainable Morristown and serves as the town liaison and interim director for the community-based organization that supports the sustainability-related initiative on local businesses, schools, houses of worship, cultural institutions, and nonprofit organizations. The office also oversees the part-time staffing of recyclable education and enforcement officers, which have compiled hundreds of site visits to help bring Morristown's business community into compliance with the town's recycling ordinance. The office has helped raise more than $75,000 to support its own operations and programs, including the town's annual Earth Day celebration and Creative Morristown Convening. It has been an active participant in preparing for the upcoming master plan civic engagement process, and the course secured the donation. Of course, it secured the donation, and I know the councilwoman to my right was happy about this. The donation of Samsung tablets that will be distributed to the council this month to facilitate a shift from a dependence of valuable natural resources to the use of emerging technologies. For the 2013, the office will have a 3-pronged focus: securing the town's recertification in the Sustainable New Jersey program, upgrading to a silver level recognition in the pursuit of continued quality of life improvement for its residential and business communities, while also positioning the town to be more favorable to compete for state level funding. It will continue to develop and integrate performance management strategies, new technologies, and sustainable metrics to help us continually improve the efficiency, the effectiveness, and transparency of municipal government. It will continue to participate at the highest level to provide and to the guidance of the evolving Sustainable Morristown organization that will ultimately take responsibility for non-governmental activities necessary to ensure all sectors of the community are doing their part alongside government in the pursuit of our shared vision of sustainability future of Morristown. In addition, and it's getting close to the end, in addition, we continue to work with the town council, who I applaud, and the Morristown Parking Authority to increase the residential-only parking permits in areas in the town. We added 4 police officers to the downtown from 10:30 to 2:30 to address the crowds letting out of the bars and restaurants. My office is working closely with the town council, Morristown Partnership, and the Parking Authority to establish a permanent downtown police patrol program. With this increased vibrancy comes the needs for increased sidewalk cleaning. The partnership instituted a sidewalk steam cleaning program this summer to remove gum and dirt on the sidewalks. This year, they are looking to increase the program to address sidewalk litter as well. So I applaud the Morristown Partnership to also recognize how vibrant our downtown is and taking more of an active role and working with us to keep it as clean as possible. All in all, 2012 was a fairly good year locally. We sadly had several national tragedies, both man-made and natural. that made us all grieve and reflect on the state of our nation. In 2013, Morristown is poised again for continued growth and prosperity. Our business community is strong, our financial house is in good shape, but this is not the time to sit back and relax. We need to continue to implement the types of programs and projects that will keep our success sustainable and that ensure our high standards of quality of life. I'm fully dedicated to governing in an inclusive manner that allows the free flow of ideas. With all of us working together, we can make Morristown even more special than it already is. I believe I have been blessed with the job of serving as mayor of Morristown. Though we have had our share of difficult times, my first 3 years have been rewarding, and I will not slow down in 2013. Our success leads to other challenges, but none that we cannot address. As JFK once said, the time to repair the roof is when the sun is shining. Let's have a healthy, safe, and prosperous New Year. Thank you very much. I always take a few minutes. You prepare, you go back and forth with this speech, and you try to cover as much as you can. And obviously, it's an ongoing job. Constantly, every day, some new challenge comes up. But I tell you, without the council support, without the strong administration, all the department head support, and all the volunteers that actively do so many things in this town, from the CERT volunteers to people like Frank Soma, to our volunteer fire department, our police department, DPW, health, every organization in the town hall, our construction department, I think is people say is probably one of the best in the state. My success only comes on the back of what they do. So don't think that I stand up here and take credit for this, because it's combined effort of all that make this possible. And I can tell you, I wouldn't want to work with anybody else. Our attorneys like Beach and Joni and Elle, they're superior. Our new chief financial officer has been what a stroke of luck. You know, I met her when I was on the commissioner on the Water Authority, so I had met her some years ago, and we were so fortunate to get her. Khalees did a good job for the town, and we had a small break in between with Cahill, and then we got Ann, and what a fortunate loss, or a fortunate game for us, and a tough loss for the Water Authority. But we're grateful for that. There's so much more I could say up here. You know, the councilwoman touched on a tragedy that just took place today, and one of our firemen shaking his head in the back was close to one of the victims. And you know, life is a very, very funny thing sometimes, and it can be very tragic. As we all know, we saw what happened over the last month. It's been just tragedy after tragedy. Young children murdered, superstorms that devastated the southern part of our state, and people losing everything they've owned, their lives, and we seem to be doing pretty good here in Morristown. So by trying to keep that in perspective and have an understanding of what it means to have some humility in your life, we as a community and we as a legislative body, at least from my perspective, am very grateful to be living here in Morristown, to have the things that we do have. And there's some more things that are coming that I'll talk about during the mayor's address that we're going to be doing, hopefully with the council's blessing at the end of the week, to help our south part of the state. This isn't about politics. This isn't about R's and D's and I's. It's about a community working together for the better of the whole. And I appreciate all the support I get from everyone on this council. I continued support I get from my administration to continue countless hours that these employees work, the work of the police department, fire department, DPW, and all the town employees during this severe storm that took place, and the hours and hard work that they did. Our DPW, and I'll end on this, and I don't think they're in the room, but is the director in the room? Jeff? Is he not here? Okay, well, you know, police and fire and different organizations get noticed and recognized often. when you see what these DPW, when you get to be on the ground and watch what they did for that storm, it was amazing. It was amazing. We had pulled everybody off the road. They were still out there working. You know, it got so dangerous, they didn't stop. It was amazing. They just cleared roads and just worked tirelessly and helped people. I watched the fire department, DPW, climb on people's houses, cut trees off of people's homes. It was simply amazing watching the community come together over such a devastating storm. But I will shut up now because I'm sure you guys want to get through your reorg and get moving. Council President, past Council President, thank you very much for the continued support this year. And all the other council members. Thank you, and have a happy, healthy New Year. I look forward to a very, very good year from Morristown. Thank you.